In my position as the student work-study teacher for the Avon-Maitland District School Board, I was working with educators, observing, documenting, and having conversations about student learning. However, our conversations continually resulted in educators sharing their frustrations. There was a dissonance between student learning and the reality of the classroom environment. Educators were worried about their students' well-being. They shared concerns of students having difficulty with getting along with each other and dealing with their emotions. They felt the students were having trouble with transitions and routines. Educators said they were spending more time trying to manage the classroom than providing instructional support. Some of the conversations educators were having was about how they felt their role had been changing. They felt they had been trained in how to deliver a content, but now they felt morally obligated to help support the child's overall well-being. Educators knew they could not ignore what was going on. They were stressed as they did not feel they knew how to best help their students achieve. I looked into this challenge further and discovered this was not an isolated problem. Other educators in our board and other school boards across our province were experiencing similar challenges and frustrations. We started to implement some self-regulation strategies to combat the problems we were seeing. Stuart Shanker's book entitled Calm, Alert, and Learning introduced me to the idea of the 5 domains of self-regulation. Through the use of a variety of strategies focusing on the physical, social, cognitive, and emotional domains, some minor pockets of success happened. We were experiencing some gains, so knew we were on the right track. It was at this point that I felt self-regulation was going to be the key. To inform my thinking, I knew I needed to dig deeper into the self-regulation research. This is when I discovered Jenna Bilmes in her book entitled Beyond Behavior Management. Jenna believes that we have 6 life skills and we need to develop these skills in order to be successful in school and life. That is when I made the connection that these 6 life skills address the concerns the educators were having about students' overall well-being. Therefore, I knew I needed to start observing the students with a more holistic approach. We used Bilmes' 6 life skill scale to identify which life skills needed to be developed and provide strategies that we felt would best suit the need. Even though I felt we were achieving some success, I started to think about it as the river analogy. I felt that whenever we tried a strategy, we were throwing a life jacket out to a student or two. However, there were still many other students stuck in the deep water. I knew I could not just keep throwing life jackets. I needed to help the students learn to swim. My colleague, Jennifer Broadhagen, had also been researching and supporting educators with self-regulation in their classrooms. She noted the conversations with educators aligned with the ones I was having. We both felt compelled to help, but we knew that one strategy at a time was not enough. We were missing the bigger picture. We attended the Learning and the Brain conference, where Jennifer and I continued our learning about self-regulation and the relationship to the brain. We researched further and had conversations that led to our pivotal moment in working with and for our students. We had new insight to our understanding of self-regulation and the importance of students' awareness. All of a sudden, everything became clear to us. We were teaching self-regulation strategies without teaching students why they needed them and when to use them. We developed a framework in order to guide and support educators in their thinking to enhance self-regulation through awareness. In order to facilitate this framework, educators first need to teach students the 4 systems of awareness. Each system is taught using lessons and anchor charts that create and support a common language and understanding in the classroom. The 4 systems become embedded in our practice when preparing to be in a ready state of learning. As students understand the four systems of awareness, they become familiar with how to recognize and assess how each of their systems are operating and if a shift is required. When awareness of a shift occurs, their executive function cues the identified system needed. Within this system, self-regulation strategies are provided, which then allow the student to utilize the strategy that will best help him or her get into a ready state of learning. Already we are seeing great success with students becoming aware and cueing the self-regulation strategies they have in their toolkit. Educators have described positive changes in their classroom culture and feel the students are better able to identify their needs and participate in getting ready for learning. Since providing professional learning opportunities for colleagues in our board, we continue to receive feedback about the importance and effectiveness of our framework. Jennifer and I feel that self-regulation is a key factor in supporting student well-being. In an effort to align our work with Ontario's well-being strategy, we have also shared our framework with our board's mental health lead. Conversations about self-regulation and well-being continue to surface in our community. Recently, community partners from the Perth County Health Unit expressed an interest in our framework as they too see the need to promote and support self-regulation and well-being with children in our schools. We see this as an opportunity to make a greater difference. We are passionate about contributing to the success of educators and students. It is our belief that with our lessons, anchor charts, and self-regulation strategies, educators and students will use our framework as a tool to support self-awareness while teaching students how to access strategies that will support their overall well-being and promote academic success.